Many college students feel fully prepared to manage their money post graduation. Most of us are either already dealing with or about to deal with real financial responsibilities like credit cards, student loans, rent, and budgeting. But the reality is, a lot of us are figuring it out as we go. I know for me personally, I've had to learn about things like credit and spending on my own or in classes, and it can get confusing really fast without any kind of guidance. That's why I believe that college students should learn basic personal finance before graduating, because most students are underprepared. Financial mistakes early in life can be costly, and financial knowledge leads to long term success. Today, I'm going to walk through these ideas. First, most students are simply not prepared to make real financial decisions. A lot of students graduate without fully understanding basic concepts like budgeting, credit scores, or how loans actually work. And of that, it's really easy to make decisions that seem small at the time, but end up causing bigger problems later. According to the National Educators Council, in their report, Financial Literacy Among Americans from 2023, many Americans report losing money due to a lack of financial knowledge. So, this isn't just a small issue, it's something that affects a lot of people, especially young adults who are just starting out. And the problem is, not only are students unprepared, but the consequences of that can be quite serious. One of the biggest issues with poor financial decisions is that they don't just affect you short term, they can follow you for years to come. For example, credit card debt can spiral out of control really quickly because of incredibly high interest rates. A lot of credit cards have interest rates of 20% or more, which means even a small balance can grow incredibly fast if you're not paying it off within the payoff term. On top of that, things like student loans and poor budgeting habits can make it really difficult to save money or handle unexpected emergency expenses. Without that financial knowledge, people are more likely to overspend, miss payments, or rely too heavily on credit. Another major issue is credit score damage. A low credit score can make it harder to rent an apartment, buy a car, or even qualify for better interest rates in the future. So, something as simple as missing a few payments can end up making everything more expensive long term. According to the Federal Reserve in their report on the economic well being of U.S. households from 2022, many young adults struggle with managing debt and unexpected expenses. So these kinds of financial problems aren't rare, they're actually quite common. When students aren't taught these skills early, they don't just face small setbacks, they can end up dealing with financial problems for years to come. But the good news is that all these problems are preventable. Even basic financial knowledge can completely change somebody's future. When people understand how to budget, they're able to control their spending and avoid unnecessary debt. Instead of wondering where their money went, they're making more intentional decisions with it. Financial literacy also helps people plan for their future and make smarter financial decisions. According to economists Anna Maria Lusardi and Olivia Mitchell in their 2014 article, The Economic Importance of Financial Literacy, individuals with financial knowledge are more likely to plan for the future and make better financial decisions. This shows that financial knowledge doesn't just help in the moment, it actually shapes long term success and planning. It also allows people to take advantage of opportunities like saving and investing early. Even small amounts of money, when invested early, can grow significantly over long periods of time because of compounding interest. So it's not just about how much money you make, it's about how well you manage it. Another big benefit is the reduced stress. When you understand your finances, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed by bills, debt, or unexpected emergency expenses. You gain more control of your confidence, or more control and confidence in your future. Now, some people may argue that personal finance is something individuals should learn on their own. They might say that information is pretty easy to find online and that people can figure out if they need it. And while that sounds reasonable in practice, the reality is that a lot of people don't know where to start or rely on misinformation spread on social media. Because of that, many people don't actually learn the skills until they've already made the mistakes that we've discussed previously. Learning these concepts, however, gives people a foundation and helps prevent those mistakes before they happen. Overall, college students should learn basic personal finance before graduating because many students are underprepared and financial mistakes can be incredibly costly long term. We talked about how a few students often enter adulthood without the knowledge they need, how financial mistakes can follow you for years, and how financial literacy gives you the tools to build a more stable future. So, as a next step, I encourage you to start small. This week, try tracking your spending for a few days and take the time to learn just one financial concept. Whether that's how credit scores work, how interest builds, how to start saving money, or looking at high yield savings accounts. Because at the end of the day, the financial decisions you make now will follow you for years to come. So it's worth taking the time to understand them before they start making decisions for you.